Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. Renowned Indian sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik has become the first Indian to receive the prestigious Fred Darrington Sand Masters Award for his outstanding contributions to sand art. The award was presented during the Sand World 2025 International Sand Art Festival in Dorset, England. To mark the occasion, Patnaik created a 10-foot high sculpture of Lord Ganesha carrying the message of world peace. The award holds special significance this year as it commemorates the 100th birth anniversary of legendary British sculptor Fred Darrington. Sudarshan Patnaik, a Padma Shri awardee from Odisha, has participated in over 65 international sand art festivals and championships. His work, often blending spiritual themes with social messages, have earned him widespread recognition. But the Weymouth Award marks a new high. The Sand World exhibition at Lodmore Park, known for its massive detailed sand sculptures, are created using just sand and water. Features work from artists across the world. But this year, it's a message from India carved in sand and rooted in peace that is leaving the deepest impression. The Supreme Court Collegium has recommended the appointment of Justice Arun Palli, Judge High Court of Punjab and Haryana, as Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The move comes ahead of attainment of superannuation by incumbent Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir, Justice Tashi Rabistan, who would attain superannuation on April 9th. Justice Arun Palli, born September 18, 1964, hails from a distinguished family of legal professionals. He commenced his legal practice at High Court of Punjab and Haryana. He was elevated to the bench of Punjab and High Court in December 2013. He has been serving as executive chairman of Haryana State Legal Service Authority since 31st of May 2023, where he was nominated as a member governing body of a National Legal Service Authority NALSA on October 31st, 2023 for a tenure of 2 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Colombo last week on a 3-day state visit at the invitation of President Aruna Kumara Dasanayaka. This is Prime Minister's fourth visit to the island nation, 6 years after his previous one in 2019. During the visit, Mr. Modi held talks with Sri Lankan leadership on multiple facets of bilateral relationship and inaugurate projects executed in Sri Lanka under Indian assistance. The Prime Minister also travelled to Anuradhapuram on Sunday, where he prayed at the Jaya Sri Mahabodhi temple, after which he inaugurated rail projects that link northern region of the island to the capital. Dasanayaka reaffirmed Sri Lanka's commitment of not allowing its territory to be used in any matter that could threaten India's security and regional stability. He also requested Prime Minister Modi's assistance in initiating early bilateral technical discussions regarding Sri Lanka's submission to the United Nations Commission on Limits of the Continental Shelf (CLCS) for the extension of its maritime boundary beyond the exclusive economic zone. Emphasizing Sri Lanka's commitment to developing a digital economy, President Dasanayaka said both leaders are explored potential collaboration and digitization across multiple domains. He thanked the Government of India for financial grant of rupees 300 crores to implement Sri Lanka's unique digital identity project. As a gesture of goodwill, President Dasanayake conferred upon him Sri Lanka's Mitra Vibhushan, one of Sri Lanka's highest civilian honors, symbolizing enduring friendship between the two countries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced several Indian led initiatives towards institution and capacity building in BIMSTEC. Participating in the 6th BIMSTEC, that is Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation Summit In Bangkok, Mr. Modi highlighted that BIMSTEC centers for excellence will be set up in India on disaster management, sustainable maritime transport, traditional medicine, and research and training in agriculture. He also announced a new program for skilling of the youth, BODI, which stands for BIMSTEC for Organized Development of Human Resource Infrastructure, under which training and scholarship would be provided to professionals, students, researchers, diplomats, and others. He also offered pilot study to India to assess regional needs in digital public infrastructure and capacity building programs for cancer care in the region. Calling for a greater regional integration, Prime Minister Modi offered to establish BIMSTEC Chamber of Commerce and to organize BIMSTEC Business Summit every year in India. Prime Minister Modi expressed his concerns relating to the safety and security of minorities in Bangladesh, including Hindus. In his meeting with Chief Advisor of Bangladesh Mohammad Yunus on the sidelines of BIMSTEC Summit, he reiterated India's support for a democratic, stable, peaceful, and progressive and inclusive Bangladesh. Mr. Modi underlined that India believes in people-centric approach to the relationship. Briefing media in Bangkok, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said Mr. Modi highlighted the cooperation between the two countries over a long period that has delivered tangible benefits to the people of both countries. Mr. Misri said the Prime Minister underlined India's desire to forge a positive and a constructive relationship with Bangladesh based on spirit of pragmatism. Prime Minister also urged any rhetoric that vitiates the environment is best avoided. He stressed on a strict enforcement of law in the border and prevention of illegal border crossings. India and Thailand signed six agreements for cooperation in the field of IT, maritime, MSME, handicraft, and handloom sectors. The agreement were exchanged following bilateral talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Thai counterpart Shinawatra in Bangkok last week. Both sides reviewed the progress of the entire gamut of bilateral relations and discussed the way to add greater momentum to the India Thailand bilateral partnership and exchange views on regional and multilateral issues. In his joint statement following the bilateral talks, Prime Minister Modi announced the decision to elevate the India Thailand relationship to a strategic partnership. He underlined that Thailand has a special place in India's Act East policy and Indo Pacific vision. Mr. Modi said they discussed establishing a strategic dialogue between security agencies of both nations. He stressed that India is in full support of India's ASEAN unity and ASEAN centrality. He also said that India and Thailand support the Indo Pacific that is free, open, and inclusive. Mr. Modi was on a 2 day visit to Thailand to participate in the 6th BIMSTEC Summit. Bangladesh assumed the chairmanship of BIMSTEC for the next 2 years. The Lok Sabha has passed the Coastal Shipping Bill 2024. The bill seeks to regulate vessels engaged in trade within Indian coastal waters. Under the bill, coastal water means territorial waters of India along the adjoining maritime zones. The bill aims to consolidate and amend the law relating to regulation of coastal shipping, promote coastal trading, and encourage domestic participation. This bill will ensure India is equipped with a coastal fleet owned and operated by citizens for the country of its own national security and commercial needs. The union minister informed the House that in last 10 years achievements have been made by the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterway is remarkable. He added that in the last 10 years cargo handling capacity has increased from 103% from 800 metric million tons to 630 million metric tons now. He noted that as per port ranking performance, India's port ranking, which was 54th in 2014, further improved its position to 38 now. Besides, India's 9 ports have also been found their places in world's 100 top ports. The minister said that bill has been drafted after a detailed analysis of the global best practices and dedicated laws of major maritime countries. He also assured the House that the Coastal Shipping Bill 2024 is firmly grounded in the spirit of cooperative federalism and does not encroach upon the jurisdiction of the state. China announced additional tariff of 34% on US goods on the 4th, the most serious escalation in trade war with US President Donald Trump that has fed fears of recession. In a standoff between world's top two economies, China also announced controls on export of some rare earth elements and filed a complaint at the World Trade Organization. Nations from Canada to China have readied retaliation in a mounting trade war after Trump raised US tariff barriers to highest level in more than a century this week, leading to a plunge in the world financial markets. Investment bank JP Morgan said it sees a 60% chance of a global economy entering recession by end of this year, up from 40% previously. US stock features fell sharply, signaling most losses on the Wall Street after China retaliated with fresh tariffs a day after Trump administration's sweeping levies knocked off $2.4 trillion from the US equities. Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Israeli Agriculture Minister Avi Dichter signed agreements related to bilateral cooperation in agriculture in New Delhi. Addressing the meeting, Mr. Chauhan said that the bilateral relationship between Israel is progressing well. The minister highlighted that the both nations having excellent cooperation in the field of agriculture, innovation, water, and technology. Mr. Chauhan also mentioned that land holding in India is low. He further added that under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, efforts are being made to make farming more profitable for farmers with small land holdings. Later, talking to the media, Minister said that a constructive discussion has taken place during the meeting regarding strategies to address food security challenges in the coming year. He said that the focus was on developing seeds that could mitigate the effect of climate change, ensure higher yields even in the face of rising temperatures. The Ministry of Defense inked 2,385 crore rupees contract with Bharat Electronics Limited Bengaluru for electronic warfare suits and aircraft modification kit for Mi-17 V5 helicopters. The contract was inked in the presence of Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh in New Delhi. This state of the art EW suit will considerably enhance the operational survivability of the helicopters in the hostile environments. The Defense Ministry said in a statement that majority of the sub-assemblies and parts will be sourced from the indigenous manufacturers. The project will boost and encourage the active participation of Indian electronics and associated industries, including MSMEs. The suit for Mi-17 V5 is a significant leap forward in developing indigenous EW capabilities, making the country's Atmanirbhar in consonance with Make in India initiative. India and Russia have agreed on six new strategic projects to boost the bilateral investment cooperation. The decision was taken during 8th session of India-Russia Working Group on Priority Investment Projects held in New Delhi. The session aimed at strengthening economic ties between India and Russia by identifying and advancing collaborative projects in sectors of mutual interest. The India Russia Investment Forum witnessed enthusiastic participation from over 80 Indian and Russian businesses, including entrepreneurs, financial institutions, cargo companies, business chambers, researchers, and officials. India is set to procure 26 Rafale marine fighters aircraft from France. The deal will be formalized in coming weeks. According to the defense sources, out of 26 Rafale marine aircrafts, 22 will be single seater and 4 will be double seater, and these will be designed and prepared as per the requirements of Indian Navy. With the induction of Rafale marine aircraft, the strength of Navy will increase manifold, and these fighter aircraft will be deployed on the aircraft carrier like INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant. Rafale will be equipped with advanced weapon systems and missiles. South Korea and Syria have formally established diplomatic relations in another milestone for transitional government of Syrian President Ahmed al-Shahrar. Diplomatic ties were formalized in Damascus last week between South Korean Foreign Minister Chow Tae-yul and Syrian Foreign Minister Assad al-Saibani. During the ceremony, Chow said South Korea was ready to help aid Syria's recovery from its 13-year civil war through business investment and humanitarian assistance. Al Sahibani said he hoped that Seoul would support the easing of international sanctions that remain on Damascus, according to a readout from the South Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The move has also dealt a blow to Seoul's arch enemy, North Korea, which once countered Syrian as a friend under the regime of now deposed President Bashar al Assad. Mauritius has become the first African country to sign a country partnership framework CPF with the International Solar Alliance ISA. It is also the fourth country globally after Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Cuba to sign the CPF. This partnership aims to provide a structured approach for collaboration between ISA and Mauritius on solar energy initiatives aligned with the country's national priorities. The CPF is a strategic initiative developed by ISA to facilitate a long and a medium term cooperation with its member countries. In a statement, ISA said that the agreement will accelerate the clean energy transition through a joint solar energy projects. Ashish Khanna, Director General of ISA, said that this partnership will lead to the development of detailed country partnership strategy CPS specifically tailored to the needs and opportunities in Mauritius. He added that the focus will be on the scaling up of solar technologies such as floating solar, rooftop solar, solar powered water pumping system. The International Solar Alliance ISA is a treaty based intergovernmental organization launched in 2015 by India and France aimed at promoting solar alliance as a sustainable solution for energy access and climate change with the goal of mobilizing US dollars of 1 trillion in solar investment by 2030. Defense Research and Development Organization has successfully conducted the release trials of a long-range glide bomb Gaurav from Su-30 Mark I aircraft. According to the Defense Ministry, the trial successfully demonstrates a range close to 100 kilometers with accuracy. Gaurav is a 100-kilogram class glide bomb designed and developed indigenously by Research Center Imarat, Armament Research and Development Establishment, an integrated test range situated at Chandipur, Odisha. Senior officials of DRDO and the Indian Air Force participated and reviewed these trials. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh complimented DRDO, IAF, and industry for successful development of trials of Gaurav. He said the development of the long range glide bomb will further enhance the capabilities of armed forces to a great extent. DRDO chairman Dr. Samir V. Kamath also congratulated the entire DRDO team on conducting the successful release trials. President Draupadi Murmu returned to New Delhi after concluding her historic two nation state visit to Portugal and Slovakia, where she led high level meetings aimed at strengthening India's bilateral ties with both nations. President Murmu went to Slovakia at the invitation of her Slovakian counterpart Peter Pellegrini. It was the first visit by an Indian president to Slovakia in 29 years. The two countries discussed cooperation in emerging technology spheres such as space and artificial intelligence and explore further opportunities in sectors such as cybersecurity. President Murmu arrived in Slovakia after completing her first leg of visit in Portugal. It was the first visit by an Indian president to Southern Europe country in 27 years. Her visit to Portugal came at a time when India and European Union are engaged in talk over free trade agreement. During her visit, the president held discussions with the top leadership of the Portugal and also engaged with the local diaspora, carrying forward high level of engagement between the two countries.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.